Hello everyone, and welcome back to Research Graduate. Today the topic is, how to choose a topic for your dissertation. We would be providing you with a step-by-step guide on how you can choose the topic for your dissertation in 8 steps. So, without any further delay, let us head straight to the topic. The first step to making sure your thesis, dissertation, or research project goes as smoothly as possible is to choose a topic. It's important to think about the following when choosing a topic: your institution and department's requirements, what you know and what you're interested in, how important it is scientifically, socially, or practically, how easy it is to get information and sources, how long your dissertation will be and when it will be done. If you don't have any ideas for your dissertation yet, it can be hard to know how to begin. Follow these steps to start putting your ideas in order. Step 1. Check to see what you need to do. The first step is to look at what your education program needs from you in terms of practical skills. This limits what you can research. What is the minimum and maximum word count? When is the cut-off date? Do you have a list of topics to choose from, or do you have to come up with your own? Should the research be more academic or more business-like? Are there any rules about how to do the research? For example, do you have to do fieldwork or use a certain type of source? Is there anything else I can't do? There will be stricter requirements for some programs than for others. You might only be given a word count and a due date, or you might be given a short list of topics and ways to write about them. If you're not sure what you're supposed to do, always ask your course or department coordinator. Step 2. Pick a broad area to study. Think about what you like about the subject you're studying to get started. Some examples of big ideas are: literature from the 20th century, the history of money, plan for health, online marketing. It's best to choose a topic that you already know something about so that you don't have to start from scratch with your research. You don't have to know everything about the subject, but if you've already read a few articles on it, that gives you a good place to start learning more. Step 3. Find articles and books. Try skimming a few recent issues of the best journals in your field and looking at the most cited articles in those journals. You can also look for ideas by searching Google Scholar, subject-specific databases, and the resources at your university library. If you've already read some articles in the field, look at their reference lists to find more useful sources. As you read, write down any ideas that catch your attention and make a list of possible topics. Step 4. Find a niche. After you've done some initial reading, it's time to start focusing on a smaller area. This can be done slowly, and your topic should become more specific as you go. Try to find a niche that not many people have researched yet, like an author or time period that hasn't gotten much attention, a question that is still being debated, or a practical issue that is happening right now. If a lot of research has already been done and a lot of people agree on your topic, it will be harder to explain why your work is important. But you should make sure there is enough written about the topic for your own research to be strong. Make sure you have a few backup ideas at this point, because you can still change your focus. If your topic doesn't make it through the next few steps, you can try another one. In your problem statement and research questions, you will later narrow your focus even more. Step 5. Decide what kind of research you will do. There are many ways to do research, so it's a good idea to start thinking about how you'll go about your topic at this point. Will you pay most attention to getting original data, for example, through experiments or research in the field? Analysis of data that already exists, such as national statistics, public records, or archives. Trying to figure out what books, movies, or paintings mean. Comparing different ways of doing research, such as theories, methods, or interpretations. Often, more than one of these will be used in a dissertation. Sometimes the type of research is clear. For example, if your topic is Irish poetry after World War II, you will probably spend most of your time interpreting poems. But in other situations, there are more than one way to do things. If your topic is reproductive rights in South America, you could look at public policy documents and media coverage, or you could do interviews and surveys to get original data. You don't have to decide on your research design and methods just yet, but you should think about this as you narrow down your ideas. The type of research will affect which parts of the topic you can cover, so it's important to keep this in mind. Keep in mind that it takes a lot of time to get original data. If you don't have much time to work on your dissertation, you might want to focus on analyzing existing data from primary and secondary sources. Step 6. Figure out what it means. It's important that you find your topic interesting, but you also need to make sure it's important academically, socially, or practically. Academic relevance means that the research can fill in a gap in knowledge or add to a scholarly debate in your field. Social relevance means that the research can help us learn more about society and help make changes in society. Practical relevance means that the research can be used to solve real problems or make things better in the real world. The easiest way to make sure your research is useful is to choose a topic that is clearly related to current issues or debates, either in society as a whole or in your academic field. When you define your research problem, you must be clear about why it is important. If your program is focused on professional training, you should also think about how your dissertation will help you in your career. For example, you could choose a business angle that will help you in your next job. If you are writing your dissertation as part of a job or internship, you will be limited in the topics you can choose because your research will need to be useful to the company. Step 7. Check to see if it makes sense. Before you make your final choice, think again about how long your dissertation will be, how long you have to finish it, and how practical it will be to do the research. Will you have enough time to read all the most important academic literature on this subject? If you have too much information to deal with, you might want to narrow your focus even more. Will you be able to find or collect enough information to meet the needs of the dissertation? If you think it might be hard to find information, you might want to broaden or change your search. Do you have to go to a certain place to get information about the subject? Make sure you have enough money and a way to get there. Last but not least, will you be interested in the topic for as long as it takes to do the research? To keep yourself going, you need to do something you're excited about. Step 8. Make sure your topic is okay. Before you are given a supervisor, most programs will ask you to give a short summary of your topic. Before you write a full research proposal, it is a good idea to talk to your supervisor about your ideas. Remember that it's usually okay to change your mind and switch focus early on in the dissertation process if you find that your topic isn't as good as you thought it was. Just make sure you have enough time and always check with your supervisor or department before starting a new topic. Hope you find this step-by-step guide of 8 steps insightful and knowledgeable to find your topic for dissertation. Anytime you feel like you are not able to do the designing on your own, call us right away and we will do that for you. Stay tuned to Research Graduate to get more such videos. Till then, happy research. Also, if you have any of the PhD and master's related service requirements, visit our website www.researchgraduate.com. Check out the description for more contact details.